Let's see if it's ready to go. All right. So welcome back to another episode of Crypto Miner Tips, folks. And today I am streaming live with a good buddy of mine, Stephen Bernard. And today's theme is, why does my mining rig keep turning off, right? And so I think, there's a lot of people out there in the mining community that probably, give me 1 second. Let me adjust my camera just a little bit so it's not so crazy. There we go. I think there's a lot of people that have this issue. I've had this issue quite a few times. And so, Steven, real quick for the audience. So what kind of mining rig is this? Obviously it's a GPU mining rig. We can see that, you got your GPU mining rigs back there, but what kind of cards are they?
Okay, so I've got 3 NVIDIA 3080s, and I've got 2 3070s.
3070s?
Yeah.
And so are they all are the 3070s the same exact brand as the are they both the same brand, or are they mixed?
They're gonna be mixed. So one of them is the EVGA, and if I can look in here, the other one is let's see. I cannot tell. It's a GeForce RTX something. It's stuck in there. I'd have to stick my head in there, but.
And folks, just so you guys know, like I said, Steven's a good buddy of mine. I'm trying to help him through video conference because he's way across the United States. But I'm trying to help troubleshoot get his mining farm online. As you can see, we've got a lot of rigs back there, and we got a weird lighting issue going on, right? Like the light's just gonna randomly shut off. So folks, just bear with us. We're working through it.
Yeah.
So so the rig shuts off after a couple hours, you said, right?
Sometimes 45 minutes, sometimes I get a couple hours out of it, but it goes offline. It still runs. All the GPUs are running, the fans are running, the power is on, but it just goes offline on my Hive OS.
Okay, so let's do this first. Let's log into Hive OS and see what we can get going on there first. So then once you're logged into Hive OS, if you can, go ahead and share your screen at that point, if you can, for the crowd. Are you able to do that?
Possibly. Let me figure out the screen share on this.
It should be just the button that says share at the bottom. It's pretty straightforward. It should be pretty straightforward.
Share. Okay. Your screen.
Sweet.
And then we're going to share the screen. And share. Okay.
The one thing I will say, folks, the 3000 series cards are a hell of a lot harder to keep running stable than like the 10 series and stuff like that. So let's do this. All right. And all right, so we got.
All right, I'm gonna just real quick. Okay, so here's what we got. This guy I just turned off because he was super loud by the computer. But this is the troublemaker here. Now I can get this up and running. I just flip the power off and flip it back on, and it'll come back online.
Let's see. Click on it first. Click on Iceman real quick. Let's look at it. All right, and go ahead and click on the top where it's the first red line at the top in that box of errors. Just double click on that. Yeah, you should be able to double click. All right, and scroll down some. Let's just look at the log. And then go down to the bottom real quick. Just scroll to the bottom. We should start to see. Okay, there's a CUDA error. GPU 5. Scroll up a little bit slowly, please. Fatal error, GPU 1, search error, the one that's timed out. Let's keep scrolling up. Just trying to find the top of the error. So it looks like, all right, scroll back down some. So you see right there where it says GPU1 CUDA error. It's the first one right there.
Yep.
So that tells me that, that was the first one that got terminated, right? It's like GPU1, then GPU3. So it probably, go ahead and close that one out. So we know that GPU1 was the first one that got that error. Let's go back and let's click on the Phoenix Miner reboot right after that error to the right. Double the one up in the first row. Double click on that, see if anything pops. Okay. So these are the logs. Double click. Okay. And just scroll down again to the bottom and then slowly scroll back up. Let's see what happens here. Incorrect share. So yeah, folks, we're running on Hive OS on here. Wait a minute. Scroll back. GPU Watchdog. Okay, wait a minute. Keep going up. There's another error up there. I thought it stopped. Let's see. ETH received. GPU 0. So GPU 1 looks like it went out first. If you keep scrolling up, you see how it has a 0 hash rate right there? It almost looks as if, keep scrolling up again. That's too funny, dude, about your light.
Yeah, I gotta figure that out. It's tied to the motion sensor, and it's really annoying.
Oh man! All right, so let's keep going. I want to see if GPU. So the one thing I want to check is GPU 1 even throwing a hash rate, because you see right there, main GPU 1 says 0 hash rate. But keep scrolling up a little bit, Stephen, for me. So GPU 1 0 hash rate again right there. Keep scrolling up. Let's look for the next line. So it's again GPU 0. All right, close this one out again, and then let's go check one more log. So go to the GPU driver no error attempts. Well, no, go to the next Phoenix Miner because that one won't open. And hold on a second. Close this out real quick. Just close this out. I want to note something here. So the other thing, you could see the time. So GPU driver error, that was 5 hours. And then 8 minutes later, Phoenix Miner rebooted. And then 50 minutes later, Phoenix Miner rebooted. And then 5 minutes later, you had another GPU driver error. GPU driver error. Boom. Okay, let's go to the next Phoenix Miner real quick.
Okay, this area.
Scroll down to the bottom. All right, so let's see here. Keep scrolling up, Stephen, for a second. Active. Scrolling on up. Do it. All right, there. Scroll down a little bit. It's too funny, man. It keeps shutting off. All right, yeah. So GPU 1. All right, man. So folks, for the people that are watching, obviously it clearly looks like GPU 1 is giving the issue. So let's close this out real quick and go ahead and then reboot. Let's reboot the rig.
All right. Half power back on.
Yeah, and then we'll go in and look at that. Look at the overclocks. All right, let's go look at the clocks on this one. So this is it. So it's GPU 1, it says. So wait a minute, you got, so that would actually be GPU 0, based on my understanding, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Because that miner counts 1 through 5, but the software counts it 0 through 4. So do you know what, let me see here. And that's a 3080. Let's try and back the clock down to like 1800 or like 1700 for a second, the mem clock.
All of them?
No, just that one card.
Okay.
So, question for you: how does your significant other feel about the fans blowing? Can you guys hear it throughout the house, or?
No, we're in the basement right now, so you can't get on the other levels.
Nice. So, how many rigs do you think you can pack down there?
Well, probably 30 maybe. Yeah,
30.
I'd say 30 comfortably.
It'll be good. It'll be good.
Yeah.
Get some cooling going down there. All right. So have these fired up yet? Have we started hashing yet? Go ahead and refresh for me real quick.
You better reboot it.
Oh, did you? I thought you already rebooted it. Oh,
sorry. No, I'm rebooting it right now. All right, so it's off, and we're powering it back on.
So if your rig keeps turning off every couple of hours, there could be a couple things that are wrong with your mining rig. One, you could have a bad riser. I've seen that. Two, your environment could be way too hot. That could be another cause of it, right? The other thing that could be causing it is possibly too high of an overclock, or maybe you got like a weak card that can't hold as high of an overclock as some of your other cards, right? So you kind of have to tune it back. And if you're brand new to mining, Hive OS is a really, really good mining farm management software. And it allows you to be super granular with this. So we can adjust the overclock settings on each individual card if we need to. So that's what we're trying to do here, is just back the mem clock down and see if it'll fix the issue. It's kind of the oldest trick in the book. The issue is these damn 3000 series cards, in my opinion, are just... they're kind of like finicky crybabies. If they're not tuned just right, or you don't replace the thermal pads in them, which, a lot of the 3080s, you do have to tear them apart. Makes no sense to me to buy a brand new card and then have to tear it apart to replace the thermal pads. I mean, that's the job that I feel like NVIDIA should have done. But nonetheless, here we are. So we'll see if we can get it to pop.
Yeah, so let's see if we're back online now. Go back over here. All right, so this guy, this is our troublemaker. He's back on. This guy also does the same thing. So I've got them both on an automatic switch that I can power on and power off wherever I am.
On your phone, so you can just like a
yeah,
Wemo or whatever they call those.
Yeah, like a smart outlet or a smart. Yeah. So yeah, Rig 2 and Iceman are the two that do that. So they both rebooted and they're both coming back online right now.
Let's take a look at Rig 2 real quick, because what's going on with that? What is that?
We have tons of errors over here also.
What scroll down, let me see what cards those are. Oh, those are 1070s.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Let's go to all of them and back the, first of all, let's go up top and just see real quick. Let's go through the logs real quick. So always want to check a few logs, because it'll leave clues in there sometimes. And sometimes the clues are just misleading. It's just random, right? Sometimes you just smack the mining rig a couple times and it'll just run for another 6 months, right? That's the thing about it. So, all right, click on that, Steven, real quick. Let's open that up. Scroll down to the bottom, and then the trick is scroll down to the bottom. All right, so you see, and then look for some kind of like error or watchdog or something like that. So it says GPU 3, illegal memory access. So scroll up some.
This guy.
GPU 4. Scroll all the way up. Usually it's the first GPU that throws the error that's the culprit. And so you want to look for clues and look for, if you keep looking through the logs and see which one threw the error first, then you can spot a pattern in there. So there might have been other, but look, there's watchdog errors, I think.
Watchdog here.
Let me scroll up a little bit. Allocating DAG. Generating. Okay. Again, you know, I'm sure there's some other things that we could be doing. Scroll up a little bit more. I just want to make sure real quick. All right, and then scroll back down. Let's see what the first one that threw the error was real quick. Scroll down slowly. There it was. What was it? GPU 7 was the first one right there. Up, right. Yeah. No, up right there on that line that you're right there. The bottom line. Illegal memory access was encountered. So that's what you want to look for when you see that stuff. All right, close that out. That was GPU 7. Let's check another one real quick. Let's see if GPU 7 was the culprit in another one, right? So let's go to the NVIDIA OC failed real quick and look, because maybe GPU 7 was the first one to fail, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Did it say anything? 7 NVIDIA card. Go down a little bit. This isn't it. I don't think this will tell you. GPU. Go down a bit more. Invalid limit. But it doesn't tell you what GPU that did it, right? So close this one out and go to the next Phoenix Miner one for me. And what kind of temps are you running into down there?
Today it was a little hot. It was hotter today than it's been pretty much since I started. But usually we're in the 40s, maybe 50s. Today we got up in the 60s with some of them because it was just a really hot day.
So that might have been the cause of it too. You know what I mean? So, all right. So scroll down a little bit. Just go ahead and scroll down a little bit more. I don't see the error just yet. Keep scrolling. There it is. GPU 7. See, GPU 7. All right. Let's go do this then. Let's just go to GPU 7 real quick. Close this out. And let's back the mem clock down on GPU 6 down to like, do it to like 500, right? And then go ahead and just reboot the rig.
All right.
You don't have to turn it off. Just go to the top and reboot it with the power switch at the top.
Gotcha.
Yeah. There you go. And then let's go back to the 3080 rig real quick.
Yeah.
Sweet. So we are mining now. Is it live, or scroll back up to the top real quick? Let's see if it threw any more errors real fast here. Go ahead and hit the trash can to clear all those errors.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Refresh the screen over there at the right. Well, it's running this far.
Okay.
Good deal. All right. Sweet. Let's go back real quick, Steven, if you can for me. And let's go back to the 1070 rig and see what's going on there with it.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and hit the refresh on it real fast. We'll wait for it to fire back up real quick. So it looks like, all right, so when you look at, can you see the timestamps on those? It says 4 hour and 34 minutes, and then it was 4 hour and 33 minutes from the last one, right? And then it looks like it ran for about a half hour right there from the second one. So you can kind of see, and then you got about an hour of runtime right there. So yeah, it was probably, it probably had a little bit to do with the temps, man, for sure.
Okay. All right.
Are you starting to run any cooling yet or anything like that, or when's that going to be coming?
Tuesday, that's coming. But I haven't had too much of an issue except for today. But I guess maybe the 3080s, maybe they're too hot, and it's not telling me or something. But those 3080s, they don't run for more than 45 minutes before they go offline. And that's kind of no matter what the temperature is like in the room.
We'll get them dialed in. We got to go for the easy wins and get the NVIDIAs going first. So
yeah,
sweet. All right. Well, real quick here on that note, let's do this. So you said you had some other questions about. So what's going on with the SSDs? And while we're talking about this, refresh the screen for me real quick. Let's check the 1070s. Okay. Sweet. Scroll down a little bit. Let's see. So there's a good chance that you got your fans running. Okay. Gigabyte 2. Yeah, so that makes sense because GPU 6, it said it was throwing an invalid share, so it's natural to assume that that one was giving you issues. But I would keep an eye on that card right there, and then if it gets, it's not uncommon to have to put a separate tune on that one card right there. So just keep an eye on it, and if it crashes again overnight, I'd back it down to 400. And then if it keeps crashing, I would recommend pulling that card off the rig and cleaning it out really good because, you know, it was an older card. You probably needs cleaned out. A little bit of thermal paste on it will go a long ways. And then just clean the fans out really good on it too. Give it a little tune up, you know, because that hardware is, you know, probably about 4 years old. So still mining like the Dickens though, you know.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
So what's going on with the SSDs? I wanted to make sure that we got you some help on that too as well. By the way, folks, if you guys are new to cryptocurrency, you guys have questions or anything like that, I'm going to have a link down in the description after this video. You guys can sign up for a $1 trial. We do have a crypto elites group. And we do live Zoom classes in a classroom environment, kind of like this, live every Wednesday. So if you guys want some more information about that, make sure you check it out after the video. There's going to be a link down in the description for it. So,
all right.
Anyway, so the SSDs.
Yeah, so I've got this guy right here that I flashed last night. I ran Etcher on it. I downloaded and copied over the config file. So it's
it over like I showed you.
Yeah, did it like I think I did it like you showed me, maybe not. But I plugged it into one of these guys today to try and run it, and I went over. It showed up initially down here. Let me get in here. It showed up down here. It's this guy. This is the one. This SD. But it would not actually go online, and so I was having a hard time figuring out why that was.
Okay, so what kind of rig is it?
I had it plugged into GeForce GTX. Like 6 of them in there.
GeForce GTX 3060s, 3080s, 1060s. What are they?
I'm not sure. 1060s, maybe.
Is it a rig you bought from me?
Yes.
Ah.
I would say these are.
They should say on it.
Well, I've just got it says GeForce GTX on these guys.
Well, the machine, obviously, the software. Go ahead and plug the SSD into it and turn it on because it clearly worked, right? I think it did. Did it?
Yeah.
It should have.
Yeah. I mean, the heart could work. Let me just make sure I've got a plug for it.
So you guys still want to do cryptocurrency mining? For the folks watching this channel, do you guys want to stay up late at night trying to run 50 rigs? It's fun. No, it is a lot of fun, actually. So Steven here, he actually bought the mining rigs for me from my old farm. He wanted them, so I'm going to be helping him. Part of the agreement, just helping him get his farm and be, do consulting for him as much as I can through Zoom conference to get this farm online as best as he can. And honestly, he should have no issues once we get the cooling in there. He should have no issues running that. He's got enough breakers, so he's good to go there. And it's still fortunate for him. It's still really cold out where he's at. So he's able to, kind of utilize that colder air to keep those rigs cool, which, guys like me, I'm in, the South. So, naturally it's warmer out. So, I'd have a lot of issues where, he can still kind of heat his house with it. So, but yeah, if he's got a few rigs, it looks like he's having issues with, we're just trying to work through it and get him running for him. So plug it in, Steven, plug it in.
Plugged in.
YouTube wants you to plug it in, man. Let's fire this thing up.
All right.
We want to see Bitcoin shooting out the other side and shit,
Nice. Let me get a new internet plugged in. All right. Let me get this guy plugged in and we'll be rocking. 2 seconds.
Oh, you didn't even run internet to it? That's why it didn't work, bro.
I had a different line plugged in, but I'm using it for another rig now, so.
By the way, we're going to have to get you a microphone. Folks, if you guys want to donate, GoFundMe, a microphone for Steven. He can't afford one because he spent all of his money on mining rigs. So,
right.
Who needs a microphone when you got all those graphics cards, right? Like, he might as well be just sitting on stacks of gold bars right now.
All right.
Steven, do you got OCD?
No, thank goodness. I wouldn't be able to get big in this room.
No, I was going to say you're not going to make it as a miner with OCD, bro. If your zip ties got zip ties, you're not going to make it. No, you still just kidding. In case anybody's got OCD out there, I'm just kidding. All right, so so it looks like it's firing up. The lights coming on, right?
Yep, the lights are on. Yep.
Refresh the page on Hive OS for me too.
Okay. All right, so yeah, so we don't have much of anything going on there. Let me try and add a flight sheet to it. I think that was an issue.
Ooh, don't do that.
Don't do that. Okay.
Stop sharing real quick. All right, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, just refresh the screen real quick. We just wanted to post.
Refresh the screen. There you are. Refreshed.
All right. Just give it a few seconds. try it. Click on rig 1070 real quick. Or the 1070 rig 2.
Yeah.
And see, okay. So that one's throwing a fit. All right, go back down to rig GPU 6.
Yep.
And let's just try to back the go open up the overclock setting real quick. And let's go with let's go with like 400 on the mem and like 75 on the core. And I know some people do like a negative on the core clock, but honestly, like I've tried it out on some of these 10 series and I don't know how y'all do it, you know? And let's check on that 3080 rig real quick. See, it did fire back up, did it not?
Yeah, it's fired back up.
Let's see how it's doing. It's been a few minutes, hadn't it? Scroll back up, see if there's any new errors. No new errors. All right. Yeah, that's the thing with these cards. With it getting warmer out where you're at, you may need to dial back the overclocks a little bit. You know, in the wintertime, when it's the cooler the cards are, the harder you can push them, right? But when it starts getting warmer out, you really need to peel back the overclocks a little bit. And what you'll find is you have a much more stable uptime. You'll get a higher yield. And honestly, I'd be okay with making a little bit less money if I knew that I didn't have to mess with that rig every day, right? If I could leave it alone for the next 3 months and it's over in a dark, deep corner, I'm happy, right?
Yeah.
So that's where we want to kind of get this whole like an orchestra, right? We want to get all these rigs working and, you know, just really get everything dialed in. So you can see right there, it looks like it's probably an overclocking issue on GPU 0. Honestly, go ahead and refresh it again. I want to make sure it didn't crash. Yeah, that one's fine. Sweet. And I would just keep an eye on that for sure.
Okay.
All right, so let's go back to let's check on the 1070 real quick. It's throwing bad shares still. Scroll back up for a second. Video settings applied with errors. All right. This is what I want you to do. I want you to move it back up some, but we're going to increase the power on it a little bit. Or actually, you know what? So it's GPU 7. It's GPU 6 that's giving you the problems. Let's open it up one more time and just see. You know, there might be a Phoenix Miner command that we can put in there. I don't know the bat file library, but scroll down to the bottom real quick. Delays in seconds. Put like a 5-second delay in the overclocking right there. The second one up, or the third box up. No, up one more. Yep. And hit apply. Sometimes just letting it kind of like have a minute will work as well. There's also some other commands like you're running on Phoenix Miner.
Yeah.
You know, at some point, then it might even be a bad idea to test out MB Miner. But honestly, Phoenix Miner has been really, really stable for me personally. But I would say if you can't, I bet you if you look at that rig and you turn the fans down on that one card, you'll be able to spot the one card with the slower fans. And you can pull that card off the rig and just let it run with those cards, and it'd be really, really stable at that point. Because it looks like everything else is running just fine, but GPU 6, that's your culprit.
Okay.
on that one. Did you flash any more SSDs?
Just the one that we're working on right now. The other ones need to be flashed. I got a pile of them that need to be flashed.
The we could. The only issue is maybe we'll flash those later, because that's not really something I really want to flash on the channel for you, because it, just for your safety and stuff like that. But other than that, folks, let's give it a few more minutes here. Looks like we got some comments. All right, so the other thing too, I want to put this in here. Terry's saying turn your power all the way down if your cards are getting too hot. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Well, 80 is probably about as low as you can take those cards. They're 1070s. You go any lower than that, and the Hive software starts throwing a fit. By the way, you guys, that course, that master class I was telling you about, I'm going to share the link in the comments. Let me see. We got some comments here. My RX 580 rig crashes a lot. Yeah, that's pretty common with AMD stuff. Hi, friend. Is mining ETH profitable right now? Got accepted to it for a large loan amount. Was considering full sending it. Damn, Isaiah. I'm not even going to answer that question. Not financial advice. I can't. Hive update. Read it. We'll check it out, buddy. We'll check it out. My EVGA 3080 is crashing every 5 minutes. Yeah, it's probably an overclock or a thermal setting or a thermal problem. Yeah, Jason, we just ain't had time to really read it just yet. I'm going to check it out for him pretty soon here. We've been super busy. I'm at stock settings, still crashes. Then Viakin, stock settings, still crashes. You might have a riser issue, and then again, you might need to pull that card apart and just clear all the old paste. Like, take maybe like a Q-tip and some rubbing alcohol, and just clean that whole surface of that processing chip. Put a little bit of thermal paste back on there, put the card back together, and make sure you blow everything out, get all the dirt and dust out of there, and see if that works, man. Sometimes that will. Which 3070 model? Let's see here. Which 3070 model is good? Asus ROG Strix, Asus TUF, Asus Dual, MSI. I heard the MSI Supremes are pretty good. Do not get there's actually, I think on the 3070 models you really can't go wrong. The 3080 models, one of those MSI Ventuses, I got one, and it's okay, but honestly, it's not the greatest. So. I think that's pretty much it for comments. So, well, good shit, man. It looks like, go ahead and refresh this one more time, just in the upper right-hand corner. Let's just make sure. It's at 17. Go ahead and bump that. You know what? It seemed like it was throwing less shares when it was at, bump it back up to like 600 real quick. As weird as that sounds. And then give it a few seconds. So real quick, let's talk some numbers and profits, man. What was you guys seeing over there with all the recent surge and like price action? By the way, can you clear all those error messages? Just trash can those. But what was you seeing on the high end? Were you seeing some pretty crazy numbers recently?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, today it's been actually pretty decent. We're at 153 earnings for the day, which is up. Earlier today, this was around 280. So been fluctuating pretty wildly.
That's crazy, man. So what that's what you're making expected daily earnings, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's check that out, what that is.
Yeah, that was
price.
I was only running half these rigs too. It's had heat problems all day. Worst day to have heat problems, really. Yeah.
How much was it again? It was point. How much were you making a day? 0.03935. 0.
Yeah. Just right now, yeah. 10395.
Dude. Wait a minute. Is that right, dude? Point expected earnings a day. So let me get this off of those 3 rigs, dude. You were damn near making. That's off your total farm, right? We're looking at your total farm.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like $154 a day, 157 a day, dude. That thing is screaming right now.
Yeah, it's massive. I gotta get this AMD rig up and running. I've got 5 AMD cards that are just sitting here.
Yeah.
That's for another day, though, right?
Yeah, that's for another day, really, man. We got to get you at some point. We're gonna get you a little bit of mic so we can do better lives with this for the folks.
Yeah.
So the next time you go to Best Buy to buy, some GPU mining shit, throw a mic in the cart.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Get like a lav mic, something you can like with a long cord and run up your shirt. Why crash rigs, man? I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
It's not that we want to.
Yeah.
Anyways, folks. Well, like I said, you guys, I put a link down in the description or in the comments. If you guys want, sign up for the masterclass. We do it once a week. It is a paid Facebook group where we do Zoom calls, kind of like in this kind of setting. We do a live classroom setting for 1 hour, once a week. So there's a link in the comments for that. Anyways, you guys, we're going to be doing some more of these live streams. If you guys like this tonight, can you guys at least, I don't know, post a 1 in the comments or something like that? Let us know. We are going to be trying to roll out more content and try to, do some of these troubleshooting, longer style videos. But with that said, folks, we're wrapping it up for the night. We'll see you later.